respect the flag. That's all I can say.
Alright, here is a intake manifold. This is going to be a two different colors. This is a silver coat. Okay, it becomes relatively reflected. You can see how dull it is. And then if you look at this pipe, I can't tell if that's really showing you or not, but you can see how shiny it winds up becoming. Okay. This, why did you do pipe? But anyway, so I'm going to bake it, and then we'll take a shot of it after I bake it. You can see it took a lot of plugs. The vacuum lines and that don't really matter. Don't have to put plugs on those. It's just anything that's threaded, and also where your fuel injectors go. So basically you can kind of figure it out. Any hose connection really doesn't really matter so much. Sensors are getting replaced in a way, so those don't matter. But anyway, that's what it looks like right now. And you can see how dull that is. That's high temperature tape. You got to protect the surfaces. So then, alright, this is that intake manifold. I just pulled it out of the oven. Soon as finished baking. Now you won't get a smooth surface. You see how rough that surface is. You won't get a smooth surface on this simply because it's cast, and all the cast items have a rough pitted surface. So literally to clean that up, you'd have to have used a hand grinder, small one, very small one, and you would have to have gone around and smoothed everything out. Because if you notice the fill neck there, how good that looks. That's pretty smooth. And this is coarse simply because that's the reason. And then we'll put our blue coat on it and see how she looks. It's a transparent magic teal is the color. So it's technically not blue. Now if you look at this, you can see it's already starting to melt. Okay? Because the intake manifold was still hot when I pulled it out. And anyway, so I started spraying it, so you can see it already started melting. So once the oven gets back up to 400 degrees, then I'll finish it off, and you can see how it looks. It's not perfect. It's not my intake manifold. It belongs to somebody else who left it here. But anyway, yeah, so you can see it's really going to look pretty sweet. So yeah, it's going to look good. Yeah, there's something down there in the corner, if you can see that. That could be okay, it blurs. That could be touched up if you clean that corner out. You could just repowder it and then just heat it back up to 400 and it'll work. That's all you really need to do. But doesn't that look good? So anyway, as soon as it reaches 400 degrees the oven, I'm going to pop it back in. And this is the pipe I just pulled out. I don't know if you can, it's hot still, so you really can't see how that looks. But I was having a problem with the powder coat gun globbing, shooting out. I adjusted the air for the atomizer and the gun output, and I'm thinking because of the type powder it is, this is pessimistic powder. It's a heavier, denser powder. This is Magic Teal, I believe. And I think that's where the problem's coming with, because when you use the cheaper non-translucent powders, the gun works perfectly every single time. Bam, you're good to go. So it's screwed up on this blue, and there was one other color where I had a problem with it. So I'm thinking they probably designed it for Eastwood's lightweight powders. That could be totally off, but anyway, that's what I'm thinking. So, alright, when I pull it out of the oven, I'll get another shot, but you can see it's looking pretty freaking sweet. Doing one in red would really look good. Do the valve covers in red. That'd be pretty sweet. Anyway, that's how the manifold came out. You can see the hose here for the, you can see how it was actually rusted, pitted there. But anyway, you can see how nice that looks. And this is the transparent blue over silver. Now, if you put it over, if you put it over chrome, it would be obviously more intense than that. But you can see how nice that looks. And then harder to tell on a manifold. To me, it turned out really nice, considering you know, the manifold, as you know, like I said, it was a very rough surface. But anyway, turned out really good. The tape held up good, but you can see how nice that looks. You know, so it really turned out nice. I think it did. Smooth in spots, you know, like this is a lot smoother than, you know, some of this up here. But once you put your if you put your coating on a little bit thicker, then it literally would fill in all these pits, and that's why part of it is a little bit smoother. Like right here, it's a little bit thicker. I don't know if I can get a shot. Can't really see the front of it too much. But anyway, it really looks good. You can see how it shifts in color and stuff. But anyway, that's what the manifold turned out to look like. Yeah, that's a little heavy. Anyway, so that's how the manifold turned out. You can see it really, to me, it really turned out nice. The way the colors look in it. So anyway, I just wanted to get a shot of that.